Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Rain and Rock podcast and the People's Wrestling Channel, please welcome your host from Manchester in Lancashire. He weighs in tonight at 195 pounds. He is the caviar eating, champagne drinking, reigning, defending People's Wrestling Channel predictions champion of the world, Ricky Goldman.
That is right, people. I am here. I have graced you with my presence. I am, of course, he just said it. I am the man to beat. Acknowledge me, because I am Ricky Goldman. This is Rock Podcast. So do like, subscribe. As always, grab yourself a drink. And first of all, big thank you to. Let me put the picture up. 360. I'm at it. 360 subscribers. So the next milestone is 370. So a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed. But so let's get on with this. Or Britt, you. Okay, then Bobby can come in first. So the man that just introduced me, the Salad Star himself, Bobby.
Oi. And also,
the man all the way from America, TG.
He's requested a
TG Theodorus, all the way from Baltimore,
Maryland.
Baltimore, America, weighing in at 250 pounds and never disappearing. That's
Blood has that.
Disappearing food. I can't even read that, but it's Terence Brower. That's a bit of a mouthful.
I got a phone call from Samantha Earthen, mate. She said, "Don't quit your day job."
Thanks.
And Mr. Shorpies himself, Bobby's friend. He is Robert Evans.
How we doing?
Oi.
Silence. I thought I'd gone deaf for a minute there. So, how are you, all of you?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm alive. Last time I checked, so that's good. So,
Doing amazing.
What?
So,
how are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's go to Robert. Are you okay, Robert?
Oh, dear.
how's your signal, Ricky?
Okay then. So we'll start with you. Can you not hear my signal? My signal's pretty bad. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
You just glitching out like every now and again. So,
can you not hear me?
Yes, you're just glitchy. So,
we'll prevail anyway. We'll do as much as we can here with my dodgy internet. So, if you can hear me, just about yourself. How long have you been watching wrestling, and who's your current favourite and all-time favourite?
who are you asking?
That's the better question.
Yeah. Right, like, is everybody fine? Yeah, like, we're all good.
Fine. Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah.
As always.
1 second.
Right, so as Ricky goes off to do whatever he's doing, like we're all good, yeah.
Yeah.
He wants us to acknowledge him, but we won't acknowledge. But his Wi-Fi won't even acknowledge him.
Zinger! That I like. Oh, yes.
Right. So, everybody who is watching live on our illustrious YouTube channel, welcome to the People's Wrestling channel, and welcome to the Reigning Rock podcast. Oh, Ricky's back.
Hey!
Has your Wi-Fi finally acknowledged you?
And all of that.
Put one up for his Wi-Fi, everybody.
Oh,
we acknowledge your Wi-Fi, so hopefully now that we've acknowledged it, it can work better.
He's acknowledged. I can see him acknowledging, but it's very bad connection.
Like, who's your Wi-Fi with, Ricky?
Rob,
if you don't mind me asking.
To tell people about yourself and.
Right, Terrence, I think he's asking you to introduce yourself, I think.
Oh, my Wi-Fi's through Comcast.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think Ricky's just asked you to introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is TJ Thaddeus. Huh? My name is TJ Thaddeus from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 200 and...
Do you want me to reset my Wi-Fi?
Yes.
That would help.
That would help. This is worse than those Zoom calls I have at work.
I'll come out. I'll come in on my phone then. I'll come out to the arcade.
And Robert, I thought the NERDIC production, but you know.
I do NERDIC Pro podcast. I also do my own podcast called The Showbiz Report, and I also host, amongst other many other shows, being a co-founder and currently running Radio V75. I do The Breakfast Show. I do Saturday Sport. Of course I do. One Step Beyond, which is Ska, Soul, Rhythm Blues, Northern Soul, and also the Sunday Night Rock Show. And just recently, I started a brand new show on Evolve Radio called Afternoons. So I'm doing the afternoon show, 1 till 4. And it's going pretty well, man. I'm loving it. So what can I say?
Yeah. So you're getting about a bit. Lovely.
I am. As well as that, also I do. I've been known to do some commentary and ring announcing for CXW as well.
Championship Extreme Wrestling.
Yep.
Days. Based here in England. So yeah, Essex to be more precise. And yeah, so
hometown of Braintree in Essex. Yeah.
If I ever make it back to Great Britain, that's one of the things I'm going to do. Go to see a live wrestling show, because that was on my bucket list for Mexico. I didn't do it yet, but I'm gonna do it next time I go to London.
Well, Paige, right? Soraya now in AEW. Her family run a show literally just up the road from me called WAW, and they've got a show coming up in September where they've got Fuego del Sol, James Storm, and Soraya all
yes.
So yeah,
she was literally born in that ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
I've reset my Wi-Fi on this laptop, but I think it's going to end the stream, so I'm going to have to send you all a new bloody link. I think it's going to end the stream as I've ended it. It might not, but I think it will, unfortunately.
If it ends the stream, does that mean that we all get the night off tonight?
I'll have to set up a new link and send you another one and start all over again. But Robert, you were promoting your things, so I'll put up the pictures for that. So the Showbiz Report. So tell people about that.
It's basically a slice of life podcast, basically, when I can bother to do it. But I mean, I've been known to interview people on it as well, and I talk about all sorts of stuff like what's happening with me in general life and events that I've been to, like wrestling events I've been to as well.
This is that how you access it? Oh, that's Evolve Radio.
Yeah. Yes.
So tell people about Evolve Radio.
It's an internet station based in the UK, and on afternoons with me, of course, I do from 2 p.m. I do what I call the daily trivia challenge till 3:30, where I set a trivia question. People can phone in and, well, not phone in, sorry, WhatsApp in and email me the answers. And if they're right, I'll give them a point. If they're not, then they're not. I also do top of the show from 1 p.m. till 2. I do Who Am I, where I basically talk about a famous person. I give a clue to a famous person, and it depends on whether or not someone can get the right answer into who I'm talking about. So, yes, at the moment, with the Daily Trivia Challenge, I'm 3-0 down, sadly. So, yeah, 3-0 down so far. And on Fridays, I'm going to start doing what I call serious jockeying. No G.
Radio
V75, yeah. Again, another internet station that a friend of mine and I.
Radio V.
We basically found it together, and we've got quite a few DJs on the show on the station, which is good. But I am the flagship breakfast show, the Rutland's Breakfast Show.
I'll put up the links for those now. Then, so that is somewhere. Evolve Radio. And Radio V75, so that's what you're looking for. And let's try this again on my laptop. So I'll be coming in again and see if this works. So you see me double now. Look at you! Look at you!
Oh, lovely.
Is that right? I think that's working. Is it working? Can you hear it fine?
I can now.
Yeah.
No. Right, you can all hear me. So, right, so sorry about that. So TJ, how long have you been watching wrestling now? They said 24 years, was it, when you messaged me?
Yes.
My first. I'm liking the wall background.
My first wrestling pay-per-view that I saw was 1999 Backlash. Main event, The Rock versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight title, with Shane McMahon as special guest referee. That was the night that The Rock rock bottom.
And who's your current all-time favorite, would you say?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Who's your current all-time favorite, would you say?
Ooh. Let's see. I would have to go with...
Your current all-time favorite wrestler is...
Jeff Hardy.
Good pick.
Jeff Hardy is my all-time favorite.
Mine's a Rock. I've even got the same tattoos as a Rock. My current favorite, of course, is our tribal chief, acknowledge him, Roman Reigns. Robert, who's your all-time favorite, and how long have you been?
I've been watching wrestling for quite a while, since I was a wee nipper, as we say. When I remember the good old British style, the World of Sport days.
How long?
That's how far back I go. So, favorite wrestler, I'd have to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And is it your tribal chief, Roman Reigns? Put my towel there, but no, it's not. So is your...
He's just that Stone Cold.
Is it about his money out again, or?
No.
Is my Wi-Fi playing up again? What? Yeah.
He's just said Stone Cold is his all-time.
Right, I'll do it just off my phone then.
Mon technology, great it works.
Right.
And yeah, Robert, I thought the NERDIC Pro was bad. Like when it comes to technology.
Wow.
Christ, like you should have seen the podcast that I was doing with Brian Arnold half past 2 this morning. Christ, that was awful.
Oh dear.
Right, is he coming back in, or are we being left to our own devices? All right, he's buffering at the moment, as I can see at the top.
The spinning wheel of death.
Oh, and he's fucked off. Lovely.
Oh.
Right, so hang on. Yeah. Right, so judging by the looks of things, we'll now be left to our own devices. So so this week so far, obviously, should we start with doing some predictions for Clash of the Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hang on, let me get the card up. Hang on. So Terence, what's your views of the card? Well, like going into Clash of the Castle this year.
Alrighty, so run the card down to me, and I'll give my predictions.
Yep. So WWE. WWE. Let me get it loaded up. For anyone wondering, yes, I am Googling it off my Xbox. So what?
The spinning wheel of death. Here I am again. Right then, I'll just. I'll move. Right, I'll move.
Move closer to your router, and yeah.
Yes.
So give me a minute, and I'll tell you who I think will win.
Right, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving to a different room. I'm just giving to my phone then. Right, give me a second then. Right, sorry about that. I apologise. The spinning wheel of death. Is that what it's called? How'd you call that? Right.
What is going on?
So I'll move to a completely different room. Right. So I'll do it from here then. There we go. Right, give me 1 second.
1.
I took you off Brit's humor.
I know.
Right, if we do want to Clash of the Castle, this is the card that I've got so far. As far as I know, it hasn't changed at all. But it's going to be World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest taking on Drew McIntyre.
Right, we'll get to predictions much later. So first of all, sorry about the Wi-Fi. I'm doing it off my Wi-Fi, 5G and all that, whatever it's called. So yeah. So the current state. So we'll start with the current status of the championship. Ian said he's going to send his predictions in by commenting. If he doesn't, he loses out. But the new rules are, so Bobby, if you want to win this, you have to get the predictions right for Battleground and Clash of the Castle, rather than flip-flopping the title, because it's Clash of the Castle, and in 3 weeks, Money in the Bank, Heatwave, then in August, SummerSlam, All In, Match of Berlin. So to be flip-flopping the title, so you have to get all month predictions right. So yes, let's kick off properly then with the first segment here, which is just a 2-minute chat what we've been up to, and of course it is Jesus, I can't even find it on my phone. Jesus, there. So what's cooking at the table? So like I said, just a 2-minute quick chat what we've been up to. So Bobby, I'll start with you. What have you been up to since last week?
Since last week, not a lot. Work and all that, and watching a bit of wrestling. As I said, when were we last together? Monday, wasn't it, with Ian? Watching a bit of MLW and Gavin Stacey, which Terrence, that's a British like sitcom sort of type of program run by the very terrible people at the BBC, and so.
And did you go to visit the Gavin Stacey set in Wales when you went to Clash? Did you not?
I didn't. No.
I did.
Everything I did
went to the beach.
Was literally based on Clash. So.
I went to the beach. The actual Gavin Stacey house, and the woman that runs it let us in and let us look around. So yeah, it was cool. Yeah. So Robert, what have you been up to in the last week? Anything interesting?
I was out excuse me. I was out last Saturday night at a local theatre here in Chelmsford in Essex, and I went to see these boys, the Chicago Blues Brothers, live in concert, which was absolutely superb. I recommend seeing them live in concert whenever you get the chance to see them. Also, I did a bit of gardening on Sunday for my mother-in-law, and throughout the week, I'm basically been hosting my shows.
Cool. TJ, first of all, sorry about the Wi-Fi. Apologies. So sorry about that. But what have you been up to in the last week? Anything interesting? Anything cool going on in your life?
Oh, where do I begin? Let's see. I'm studying for my social care license, as y'all call it, but in America, we call it social work. So I'm studying for my social care license. In the midst of a separation/divorce while dealing with my new partner. So that's all that's going on my end.
So do you go to a university to study social care?
I went to a university to study social care. I have my bachelor's in social care and my master's in social care.
Wow, very good. Wow. That's just sounds way too intelligent for me, but so what have I been up to? Going to the gym as always, trying to get like The Rock. Never going to get like The Rock. Made this. So Robert and I go to a craft thing every Thursday called Crafternoons, craft class, and I make everything's wrestling, and I made that last week. If you can see that, it's like a bead picture, and it just says The Rock. And yesterday, went to a circus. Tony Khan was there. He was in the corner tweeting along, but he wasn't. But yeah, went to a circus. It was good. So yeah. So next segment here is just a quick chat about movies, and it's called, of course, so movie talk. So Robert, we'll start with you. Have you watched any good movies in the last week or last couple of weeks?
Yeah, last film I saw a couple of weeks ago, I think it was Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. I think it's a really decent sequel to Afterlife, you know.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, because you had the old guys in it. You had the Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. Did you go to the cinema to watch that or Fire Stick?
No, I watched it on Fire Stick, so
yeah,
I rarely go to cinema now. It's far too expensive, unfortunately. But you know, it's cheaper to watch it on Fire Stick, you know.
I go to the cinema to watch the Rock's movies. That's it. Otherwise, Netflix or a Fire Stick. Why go to the cinema to watch a free movie you can watch like that with no interruptions? You can pause it. If you wanted to pause it, you can. You can't do that at the cinema. Hang on, I'm going to the toilet. Just pause this for me. I don't think anybody else would like that in the cinema. TJ, have you watched any good movies in the last 2 weeks or last week?
No, I've just been binge watching old comedies that have gone off the air. Right now, I'm in the middle of just binge watching The Big Bang Theory because watching so much of The Big Bang Theory reminds me of me.
Good, isn't it? It's a very good series. Very good.
I'm like a cross between Sheldon and not Raj, but Sheldon and his best friend, the one that was the one that was porking the pot chick.
Have you seen
What's it called?
Young Sheldon series yet?
I have, but I'm not a fan. I just like Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nerd myself.
Fair enough. Well, Bobby's a nerd, so you'll fit right in, I suppose. So yeah.
I mean, technically, we're all under the nerd spectrum because we're wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go next. The movies I've seen: Under Paris, the new shark movie on Netflix, was good, but people are raving it like it's one of the best movies ever. No. The Mother, starring Jennifer Lopez, that was good, and Hitman on Netflix, that was just okay. Bobby, have you seen any movies in the last week?
Well, I've been meaning to watch a couple of the Dragon Ball and Pokemon films that are on Netflix. But with, the podcasts I've had the past couple of weeks and, with life and, work and all that, it's just can never really find the time to watch the sort of stuff that I've been meaning to watch, you know what I mean? But recently it's been Gavin and Stacey, and so.
And they're making another Christmas special, aren't they?
I hope Smithy has said yes to Nessa asking him to marry. I just hope that he said yes.
Was that
James Corden and Ruth Jones, right, being wed? Do you know what I mean? Best marriage ever. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it was cool to visit the set in Wales, but yeah.
Isn't it?
And then I had an ice cream. I got an ice cream where Stacey works in the show.
Nice.
And I went to the pub. I don't know what the pub was called in the show, but I went to the pub where they filmed. Went to that as well. I don't know what he was. I don't know. But I went to see it, see where they filmed it. That was good. I did a couple of drinks there.
Nice.
I'm a sucker for anything like that. I will go to if pub's been used in a TV show or a store or something been used in a TV show. I will go for that. Like, so the next segment, the next thing here is just quickly me saying what the latest show I've been to. So it is. I can find the data. There it is. So Wrestling Days Out with Ricky Goldman. I went to watch BTW Battleground. I got a brand new T-shirt. T-shirt 332. Bolton Club. They were live on YouTube, and I sent you the link. Probably I don't know if you had a chance to watch it.
Not yet. I haven't. No.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good enough show, decent show. No complaints. Yeah. And my next one is Top Rope Wrestling at the end of this month. They've got three next month. GPW, Wrestle Island, LWF. And then, yeah, so another 3 next month. So I'm going to play an ad, and then we'll get down to some wrestling talk. So we play this ad first. And Bobby, can you hear it? It is an echo for me. Is there an echo for you?
No.
Yeah. Okay, then. Just me then. and I've lost the video to play. Yeah, Jesus. Every time. There it is. So that is right. Pro Wrestling Tees Goldman's, as I say each and every time, if you cannot purchase a t-shirt, get it liked and shared. Spread the word out there. All my socials on screen right now. And once again, I want to apologise for the horrendous Wi-Fi at the beginning. And also another new thing I want everybody to do, everyone watching, leave a comment after I've finished going live. Help that algorithm out, get the word out there, and get it to 370 subscribers. I'm more than happy with 360, but the next milestone is 370. So here is now this. So wrestling roundup. So we start with what show are we starting with? Bobby, do you know?
Last week's SmackDown, I would assume.
Well, no. So we're starting from Wednesday. What show is on a Wednesday?
And
Speed.
Yeah.
Yes. The answer is WWE Speed. I don't know if TJ or Robert watches Speed. You watch Speed, Robert?
I don't watch Speed, no, but I mean, I'm aware of it, so you know.
I'm aware of Speed, but the only thing
So
I think
it's only
about
on for
Speed
3 minutes, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm aware of Speed, but the only thing I think about the Speed title is that the 24/7 title done got with the Cruiserweight title, and then they had a threesome with the television title, and that's how we got the Speed title.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Definitely. But I do think it's a good concept. It's just straight into the action, no entrances, no ring announcements. It's just straight into the action, off you go. And that's what people want. Unfortunately, nowadays, people have short attention spans, like attention span of a goldfish. So on Speed and Brady. Sorry, TJ.
I think Rosie or Umaga would have did well with that title.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. 3 minute warning. You got three. This show's gone 3 minutes too long.
Wait, did I just hear myself say 3 minutes?
They were unfortunately a very short-lived tag team. I think they're only together like a year, maybe two. But yes, with Speed, Andrade very quickly beat Carl Anderson, and I think like 30 seconds or something, which is different. But how can you get over in a 30-second match? You can't. So I'll say I love the concept. I'll say Silver. Yeah. Again, how can you get over in a 30-second match? You can't. So we now go to everybody's favourite show. Now, what is it, Bobby?
Dynamite.
Yeah, not everybody's favourite show at all. I don't know if you watch AEW, Robert, but I watched the pay-per-views. Even they're okay. But on the whole,
are we talking about AEW right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. I gotta go do my goldfish's nails.
I must admit, I watched it from when it first started out on ITV1 here in the UK, and I just thought, I I've just lost all interest in it. Basically,
Mm.
I watch it from bits and pieces, but other than that, nah.
So this is all based purely on results. I watched, look at the Rampage, the Dynamite Rampage Collision results. That's it. I watch the pay-per-views and they're okay. But if I had to pay for them, probably wouldn't watch them.
Mm.
So this is purely based off purely results on Dynamite. I don't know how the match went or anything. So let's quickly just go through Dynamite then. So Ray Phoenix in a fatal four-way match defeated Jay White, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. Mark Briscoe knocked off Ryan Cage, and the BCC went over Magnus Rugido and Volador Jr. So, Bobby, your quick thoughts on those first three matches?
I saw a show, I'd say, in its entirety, terrible. The Fatal 4-Way was actually pretty decent. I'll give them that. One thing that I did forget is that Ray Phoenix is actually a former international champion. That's a reign that I completely forgot actually ever happened. I think the Ray Phoenix versus Ospreay going into it will be good. Mark Briscoe, love Mark Briscoe to pieces. Do you know what I mean? Especially after what happened last year. Do you know what I mean? And the tag match, nah. Do you know what I mean? It was just meh. So,
Okay, yeah. Robert, I don't know if you watched Did you watch Dynamite last week?
I didn't know, but fun fact.
So purely based on results, then what's your thoughts there? Sorry, Robert.
Fun fact, I'm going to drop a bit of a bombshell that I actually know Will Ospreay personally, so I've known him quite well. So yeah,
it's not The Rock, is it? It's not The Rock. It's not
from backyard wrestling to where he is.
Cool,
now,
well,
I mean, give him credit,
Cool, Ospreay. I'm not going to bury that and say that's awful. Cool, a guy in a current champion in AEW. But at the same time, he's not The Rock. So take it or leave it.
We'll agree to disagree on that one, but there you go.
But just based on results.
There is only one The Rock, though, let's be honest.
Yes. So based purely on results, your thoughts on those three matches?
He's doing well.
So your thoughts just on those three matches? So Mark Briscoe winning, the Fatal 4-Way, and the tag match.
Well, I'm glad to see that Mark Briscoe's doing well for himself, given the fact he's lost his brother and that, which is very sad to hear. Well, that was really sad to hear when that news broke. As for Fatal 4-Way, well, as is in life, you've got to have one winner and three losers, haven't you? Really,
Yeah, and BCC defeating three CML Mexican guys.
Yeah,
exactly. And the other two matches on Rampage, Saraya got the 1-2-3 on Mariah May, and Swerve Strickland continued his winning ways. I think this was a title match for some reason, and he retained against Roderick Strong. All of that, I'll give it a rating of bronze. We'll go to you first, Robert. Your thoughts on those two matches and the rating.
I'll give it an okay sort of rating, I suppose.
Rating from bronze to platinum. That's how we rate things here. So I've given it a bronze. Yeah. Bobby, your thoughts quickly.
Bronze.
Yeah. And haven't they paid 15 million to MJF and it couldn't even break $1 million? That's good. Bad business sense. Really not good at all. Now, if Ian was here, he'd be defending that, going, no. Here's 10,000 reasons why that happened.
You look at how much Tony Khan's actually splashing out on everybody's salaries every year. How the fuck he's not bankrupted himself yet? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I can answer that. I'm an American. I can answer that.
Go on.
You see, his father owns an American football team called the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Although the Jacksonville Jaguars are, in all-American football opinion, a pretty shitty team, it'd be like, think of one of your most shittiest soccer teams.
Yeah. Innit?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Hmm.
But his
They
father,
also own a football team or like soccer team.
Yeah, is he not on Fulham? Is it Fulham? I think, I don't know.
Fulham, yeah.
but his father also has stake in WWE. Let's not keep that in mind. So
Does he?
I think there's a con on the board.
There is a car on the board. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick Khan.
That's Nick
Khan, yeah.
Khan. Nick Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, they're two completely separate people, and yeah, so
Okay, so it does have, but his father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
yeah.
And between giving his son money to run a company and money to do speed bumps on Soraya's chest, I mean,
that's killed, Bobby. That's killed, Bobby. That's killed, Bobby. That's it. He's out for the count.
I mean, with all due
Don't let Ricky
respect,
Knighton say that, for goodness sakes.
I mean, with all due respect, you look at Tony
It's
Khan.
now about time to say that I know Soraya's family personally, but yeah.
No, there wasn't a shade at Soraya. I just chose her name at random, but the man does enough. The man does enough coke till you can tell that he's higher than giraffe pussy at the London Zoo.
I mean, let's be honest. When he took that bump, right, it was the worst bump I've ever seen anyone take in my whole life.
Double or Nothing. That wasn't a bump. That was it. Looked like it. He's a clown in a clown shop. Goes down the ramp and gets up and walks off.
Yeah. Like, that was Tony Khan one, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Hear me out, right? Like, if somebody were to punch you square in the gut, right, you wouldn't automatically go in for a back bump now, would you? Right?
No, the one.
Knees, wouldn't you?
No, the one we run.
At least like lean forwards. Like, you wouldn't go straight in for a back bump. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You know.
No, I think he's on about.
I have a better question for all of y'all. Who would you rather book your company, Vince Russo or Tony Khan?
Well, Vince Russo. Vince Russo he was involved with The Rock and Austin, so Vince Russo definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you look at it logically. In the long run, Vince Russo's what's the word? Creative decision to literally change the course of wrestling history, right? Then again, so was Tony Khan's, like, to an extent. But I think that Vince Russo was hated for it. Do you know what I mean? He was literally hated for it by so many people. Do you know what I mean? You know, but Tony Khan, he's got this massive Uncle Dave Meltzer group behind him. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Vince Russo didn't have that 25 years ago during WCW. Do you know what I mean? You know, so.
As Cornette, he can kiss my ass.
Really, fair enough. I like Jim Cornette, but fair enough. Each their own. But the bump that Robert was on about, I think was the one at Double or Nothing where he ran down went on the ramp. Am I right in thinking that, Robert?
No, I'm talking about the one that Jack Perry did.
Did you not see what he did at Double or Nothing then?
No.
Well, he wasn't caught on camera, but he was caught on fans' cameras. He ran down the ramp, got up, and just walked off. Like,
and it wasn't until last year who I found out who Jack Perry's father was. So y'all know who Jack Perry's father is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Perry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luke Perry, yeah. So his father was pretty much an American heartthrob back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And now that and when I look at Jack Perry, I see some of Luke Perry's features.
Definitely. So the next show is the greatest show there is. Well, no, I think NXT is definitely getting up there. People call it the third brand. I love NXT, but the People Show, the Rock Show, SmackDown. So we kicked off with the Bloodline, Kevin Owens, and then Kevin Owens, Street Profits. So now Solo calling himself the head of the table. Robert, your thoughts on that?
Roman Reigns is going to come down. He's going to kick his ass. Pure and simple.
There's only one ahead of the table, and that's your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Robert, and then, sorry, Bobby, your thoughts on the head of the table stuff?
Currently, with Reigns not being there, I agree with it, right? But it's obviously rumored at this current moment in time that we're going to see Roman back on the build-up to SummerSlam, right? So I think that this is now going to enter Solo and Roman into some sort of civil war within the bloodline. Do you know what I mean?
You agree with Solo being the head of the table? What has he done? What has he won to be head of the table?
But someone has to be head of the table in Roman's absence. Roman's not there at the minute to be the head of the table, is he?
And then Solo's getting built again. Rumors are him and Cody at Money in the Bank. He'll lose that. He'll lose the reins at SummerSlam, so he's going back into losing streak territory.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So he beat Cena, losing streak, been built, losing streak. TJ, your thoughts on Solo calling himself the new head of the table? Are you a fan of it?
My thoughts about it is I'm just excited for wrestling in general. So I'll just know what the payoff is going to be. If the payoff is not Bloodline versus Bloodline Civil War games, I don't know why we're here.
Definitely,
there has been talks about bringing. There has been talks about bringing in Jacob Fatu. There's been talks about bringing in Hikuleo as well. Hikuleo's contract has just come to an end with New Japan, so there could be a chance that he's going to come into WWE. You know, it's been rumored since before Mania that Jacob Fatu is going to be being brought into the mix. Do you know what I mean? So,
okay. So it was. Was it a start?
Reunion in the middle of the ring for all I care. At this point,
yeah. Well,
So
I'll literally be back in 2 minutes. Bear with me. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Sorry.
He's eliminating himself.
Sorry.
The situation is the theory that they're going to have Paul Heyman as a face. What?
Mm.
Huh? You know?
I think Bobby just eliminated himself from the Royal Rumble. That's it. He's not headlining WrestleMania. Bobby's not headlining WrestleMania. Just eliminated himself. That's it. We were the only three men left in the Royal Rumble. Anyway, moving on with SmackDown. So Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae took a loss to Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Okay. And then already they broke the brand split rules. Good Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Isla Dawn, Alba Fire were on SmackDown. They attacked everyone. And Grayson Waller knocked off Johnny Gargano. Don't really get why you've now got the tag team champions all of a sudden feuding. But TJ, your thoughts on the women's match and Gargano Waller?
So Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell are taking more L's than Drake at a Kendrick Lamar block party. I mean, why would we bring them up? I mean, ever since I saw them on the main roster, I have not seen them do a strong showing. So I think it's fitting that they should go heel, but they're not going to do any damage until Bianca and Jade's feud, When Bianca and Jade's feud, I think that's when they'll come up. The Grayson Waller. Did you ask about Grayson Waller and Austin Theory as well?
Well, yeah, Waller beating Gargano, but also your thoughts on why the tag team champions are all of a sudden feuding.
They're two megastars. You can't have two mega powers in the same place. Same thing with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. They're two megastars. And pretty soon, Austin Theory, they were leaning on Austin Theory for a face turn anyway. And Grayson Waller is just too arrogant to be face. There's just something about Grayson Waller that just makes you want to punch him in the face.
That's a good heel then. I think that's what a heel should be.
Austin Theory, I feel like Austin Theory is the kind of boy you meet on Meat Fighters.
I love all these things. Yeah. So Robert, your thoughts on the women's tag match and Gargano losing to Waller?
Personally, I can't see how it's going to go because let's be honest, it's going to happen. Belair and Cargill are going to come to heads. Pure and simple. I agree with TJ. They're going to come to heads. As with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory being tag champs, it just doesn't work because they're not defending the titles. They're facing. They're doing singles matches, for goodness sakes. They're a tag team and they're doing singles matches. They're tag champs and they're doing singles matches. It doesn't make sense.
I really don't get why they're just feuding all of a sudden. Like they were winning and then they're feuding with each other. They're costing each other matches. Isn't the whole point to win?
Mm.
Make it make sense. We have Cody Rhodes coming out. Then AJ Styles did. We're getting title match at Clash of the Castle. I Quit. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles. At least an I Quit match makes it more interesting. You're also getting Piper Niven, Bayley for the title, and triple threat for the women's tag team titles. Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Dawn, Alba Fire. So okay, cool. All that's cool. And LA Knight, he defeated Carmelo Hayes. Main roster run, damn, not been good so far. So Robert, your thoughts on LA Knight winning and the Cody Rhodes stuff?
Where do we begin with LA Knight? I mean, I get he's a good face and that, yeah, fine, but he's just too arrogant to be a face. Sorry, but he works better as a heel. Appearance, he does. He just works better as a heel. You know, he's this kind of guy that you want to hate. But I can understand the fans are getting behind him. I can't see why they're getting behind him, but what can you do?
Because he's a gimmick, and they can go, yeah, they can get involved. Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what more.
He's had the same gimmick since his TNA days. So you know.
And that's what most fans want to do. That's why Cody's so over. And this is what Ian usually on here. He loves Cody, and he like. To him, Cody's one of the many ridiculous things Ian said was Cody to me as big as a rock one day. Never. But he doesn't get why Cody's over, and Cody's over because of his theme music. Take away his music, is he as over? Not really. If you give him some random generic theme, you give him Apollo Crews theme, who cares? So it's his music why he's as over as he is.
I disagree on that. I totally disagree. I mean, it's not just the music. The fact is, Cody Rhodes has got legitimacy. He has got heritage. He's got the line. He's got the the history. You know, his dad was the legend that was Dusty Rhodes. So pure and simple, that is why Cody Rhodes is as good as he is.
He isn't good. Cody's not good. Cody hasn't a good match in years. He had a good match against Styles. Well, Styles could wrestle a broomstick. He had a good match against Logan. Logan the same, could wrestle a broomstick. Reigns the same. Apart from that, Cody's
All right then.
Boring.
Name someone else who has 2-timed Royal Rumble and won it twice.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan.
Since then.
Well, nobody.
Exactly.
But he didn't really win, did he? It's scripted. He didn't really win. So take away that, what the Cody Rhodes actually done?
Wrestled injured with a massive bruise.
Okay, that was a good match. That was a good match. I won't say it wasn't. That was fantastic.
Okay, what else has Cody Rhodes done? He
So
started
what?
the company. He started the company to compete against WWE, and the company has now gone to shit.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
But I mean, it speaks volumes for when something you started is still going, and even though it's shit now, but it's still going.
Fair enough, but also I think Cody has been a weak champion since Mania. Again, who did he actually beat? Styles. Nobody thought he would win. Logan. Nobody thought he would win. He's going to beat Styles again. Nobody thinks he's winning.
Well, the only reason Logan Paul has the United States title is because he's a megastar. And in order for LA Knight to beat him, that'll legitimize him as a megastar. So it takes a megastar to make a megastar.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
By the way, crime is some shit.
Fair enough. He's made a lot of money from it, so...
It gives you the shits.
Does it? Okay, then. But moving a lot. So, sorry, TG, your thoughts on Knight winning and the Cody Rhodes stuff?
Okay, so my thoughts about the I Quit match and Cody Rhodes. I think it's going to be a good match. We haven't seen AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes in that intense kind of match. We've gotten a glimpse at it at Backlash, but now that we get to see them in a more step your game up, one-on-one intense kind of a match, it will be interesting. And both men have the goal to not quit. So it's going to be interesting to see who can actually push the other to the limit to say, I quit.
Yeah.
And what factor will the OC have in this match? If any.
Yeah. And your thoughts on Knight defeating Hayes and Hayes' main roster push so far?
Carmelo Hayes' main roster push. They're trying to. So Carmelo's coming in as a heel, which is actually interesting to see heel Mello. So I want to see more from heel Mello, because I know that when LA Knight gets the strap, that he's going to come after LA Knight for that United States title. He'll probably be the one to dethrone LA, if not Karrion Kross.
Who knows? See, LA Knight won, and then Logan instantly buried him and told the truth that LA Knight's levels below Logan. He is. He's a jobber. Well, he kind of is. You can't have LA Knight winning and then Logan Paul just buries him like that. Just.
Well, they both lost to your tribal chief.
True, but I didn't think didn't think either was going to beat Reigns. So,
and I'll give it to Logan. Logan is good, better than how he should be.
He improves every single match, and he's there.
It's not like watching Suki wrestle.
And he also is there for the views. With 40 million views in 15 hours for that splash he did at King of the Ring. Like, that's why he's there. So we have Bailey come out, Patty Niven did. They cut a promo basically to hype the match for Scotland. And then to end SmackDown, your winners by DQ, Kevin Owens and the Street Profits against the Bloodline. It's a decent SmackDown, I'll say. Bronze plus, I think. So, TJ, your thoughts on Kevin Owens, Street Profits, and the Bloodline?
Winning by DQ. The Bloodline are always going to lose by DQ. The Bloodline never play fair. That's a Bloodline match is kind of like disappointing sex. You know it's coming, but you just expect it. You're just like, oh, let's just get it over with.
Yeah, definitely. Robert, your thoughts on the main event for SmackDown?
let's call it as it is. Basically, I mean, if a heel faction can't win by not cheating, then what's the point?
True, very true. Your rating for SmackDown, did you think it was a good one?
I'd say probably silver minus.
Yeah. Do either of you watch Level Up? Do you watch Level Up, Robert?
Nah.
No. Do you watch it, TJ? No. Okay. So I'll just quickly run through the results then. So Tavian Heights, Tank Ledger defeated Tavian Heights. Yeah, Adriana Rizzo returned to the ring and was on winning ways against Rin Sinclair. And Chase U went over Javier Bernal, Drake Moreau. I'll say a silver. Yeah, it was decent. So next is Rampage, and it looks like Bobby has completely left the Royal Rumble here. Maybe he's going to come back and do a Cactus Jack, and he's going to come back as somebody else. Give me a second. So the Rampage again. I'll just quickly run. Here he is. Hello. So you've entered the Royal Rumble again. So your chance to main event Mania is still on the line. So you missed everything. You missed everything here.
I missed everything.
So quickly, make this quick. So where were we? Did you cover the Grayson Waller Gargano match? Did ask you about
that? No.
Okay, so your thoughts on the Bloodline, and so quickly, Bloodline and Kenny Owens on 3 segments to start SmackDown, and then Waller going over Gargano.
So the Bloodline segment and the Gargano going over Waller, I think they were good. I just hope they start pushing DIY, from now, and give them that sort of extra oomph into going up against Waller and Austin Theory to become tag team champions, yada yada yada, and then Bloodline, as I've said earlier, to hopefully push for Jacob Fatu, Hikuleo, Roman Reigns to come in, do you know what I mean, and fuck shit up. So
oh no, we forgot a match. So Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill knocking off Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae. Your thoughts on that? Also, the Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles stuff.
It was obvious that AJ weren't going to retire. They sort of mimicked the Mark Henry thing from about 15 years ago. And then the women's tag match. That was just mad. I think I star rated it somewhere, and I think I ended up giving that 2 3/4 stars. And so that was meh. So
no, the Cody Rhodes came out. AJ Styles did. They made a match. So your quick thoughts on that?
Well, obviously, Clash of the Castle. This well. I think it should hopefully be a good match, and up there tying up with the match they had at King and Queen of the Ring, which I thought was really good. Do you know what I mean? So
LA Knight. So 2 questions here. Your thoughts on LA Knight getting the win, and also Carmelo Hayes main roster push, which I think going. But your thoughts?
Well, if they wanted to build LA Knight up as some sort of mega star as they're building him, as they're saying him out to be, I think they've left it too late now. And what have you. So, but the match with Carmelo Hayes was all right. As TJ was saying earlier, when it comes to the whole Logan Paul involvement, as much as it pains me to say Logan Paul is actually pretty decent, I think that with Carmelo Hayes, they should be building him up as a big name star on the SmackDown brand. Do you know what I mean? But obviously that takes time to build people up. Do you know what I mean? So
And closing out, well, you had the Paddy Niven Bailey segment, but that's just so closing out SmackDown, your thoughts on the blood. Closing out SmackDown, your thoughts on the Bloodline winning by DQ again. No, Kevin Owens and Street Profits won by DQ, didn't they? So your thoughts on that?
Well, what Bloodline match doesn't involve a disqualification? Like as Robert was saying, like a minute ago. Do you know what I mean? You know, like what Bloodline match is there no shenanigans in? Do you know what I mean? You know, but yeah, like I think the match itself, I'd probably go. In terms of like the Star ratings, I'd probably go 3.25, 3.5. You know, it was there. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't diabolical either. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
And there is an echo. So give me a second. I'm going to come out back in. Give me 1 second. Try and sort this echo out. 1 second.
And then there were 3.
So yeah, welcome to the Madman TJ, and welcome to the Madman Robert. And yeah, so
sorted it out. I think now
he's back.
Still an echo. Anyway, still I'm trying to sort out the echo. So you were listening, Bobby. I thought you'd gone to the back. I thought you might be injured and going to the back and turn into an injury or something.
No, I had to go.
You're trying to enter the Royal Rumble again. I didn't hear a word of that, but so then I'll just move along here. So to Rampage, again, quickly going to results. So there was 4 matches. Oh no, it was 5 matches. So let's just quickly go through them. So the Butcher took the L to Pentel Zero Mido. Hunter Gray and Parvis, whoever they are, I'm guessing indie guys, lost to the Academy, not the Academy, the Acclaimed. Private Party, shout out this, Private Party put over Gates of Agony. So, Bobby, your quick thoughts on those 3 matches.
The Butcher and the Blade, you know, they've been jobbers since day one of AEW, so, you know, it was obvious that the Blade was going to lose to Penta. With the Gates of Agony, they're more Ring of Honor, and they, you know, like they've got their own platform with ROH. So, you know, like I don't see why they keep doing like this whole like cross promotion stuff with Ring of Honor and AEW. Do you know what I mean? So,
and the Acclaimed knocking off Hunter Gray and Parvis, whoever they are.
It was all right, you know. Yeah. So,
Robert, your quick thoughts on all 3 matches?
Well, basically, it is what it is, isn't it? Really, let's be honest.
You
know.
Yeah. Just there. Juice. The other 2 matches: Juice Robinson and the Guns beats Chris Wilde, Taylor Payne, and Caleb Crush. Probably more indie guys. And Marina Shiwaka got the 1, 2, 3 wing pinfall over Serena Deeb. That's well. That was a lot of noise there. But anyway, so I'll give it a bronze, and that's me being generous. Robert, your thought on those other two matches?
I'd say the same, probably bronze.
Okay, then. And Bobby, your thought on those two matches quickly?
Get around to seeing, I've not actually got around to seeing Rampage yet, but I had to days. But yeah, like those two just sound like bronze matches individually. Yeah. As a whole, recently, nah. So,
and I will, and very quickly, I will say every single week. I say this every week. This is not I'm a WWE mark, and that's it. If it's not WWE, I don't want to know. No, I've been to watch a Ring of Honor show. Impact 3 times, New Japan once, countless indie shows. If AEW didn't give me reasons to mourn, I wouldn't mourn. So just putting that out there. I want AEW to be good. I want them to be a good product. It's just they're not.
Ha!
I want them to surprise me every single week rather than proving me right every week of just how bad it is. Anyway, so Collision, before we get into Battleground, so Collision, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, really? Wow. Okay, then. FTR versus BCC ended in a time limit draw. Chris Statlander defeated Robin Renegade. Justin Rhodes did the same to Johnny TV. And the Premier Athletes, Jesus Christ, more fucking Eden guys. They got the win against Trip Jordy and Dante Leon. Who? So, Bobby, your
Leone has done
thoughts?
some stuff for
Bobby, what?
Dante Leone has done some stuff for Noah previously, so
So your thoughts on all those 4 matches?
I've not actually got around to seeing Collision yet because I was going to watch it as I got home from work just now. But then
I would
remember that we had this. So
personally, I won't bother watching Collision. But if you want to watch it, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Robert, your thoughts on those 4 matches?
Possibly the same, but I mean, I'm still surprised that Chris Statlander's turned heel, to be brutally honest with you. But there you go.
Really? There's a heel and face in every single week in AEW. And then your other 3 matches. Tony Storm got the dub over Lady Frost. Tate Mayfair's. Have you heard of Tate Mayfair's, Bobby?
Well, I've had the honour of meeting Tate Mayfair. He's the current TNT Extreme Champion. I think him versus, was it Daniel Garcia?
So Tate Mayfair's, for those that don't know, was on NXT UK. And I said this last week, I'm never, ever going to stand in the way of any indie wrestler going to AEW. It's a paycheck. It's a little bit of exposure. Off you go.
Yeah.
But if Collision is on 50, let's say they do a show every single week, that's 52 weeks. If there's 2 indie wrestlers on every week, that's 104. So they're all just clumped together. No one's standing out. Nobody wins. There's never an upset. So what is it actually doing? And great for Tate Mayfair's, but who's going to go on his own Progress in TNT? But who's going to go and watch Progress in TNT when he lost? Nobody. So it does nothing for anybody. But yes, he lost to Daniel Garcia.
As well, so.
He lost to Daniel Garcia, and the main event was. Give me a second. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy coming out on top. Again, a bronze. Ugh. Yeah, Jesus. Bored of it. So, Robert, your thoughts on those 2 matches?
Well, with regards to Tate Mayfield, I've seen him fight in Rumble, and I've even had a chance to scare the shit out of him, but never mind. Because there's a whole story behind that. If you want to hear the story, fine.
So what did you say? Go on, tell us if it's a quick story. Tell us. If not, do it in
he cheated in a match at Rumble, and my partner had the photograph evidence that he was cheating, and he literally came out to try and threaten her. I'm like, no. I stepped up to the plate, and he backed off like a good one. He really did shit himself. I must admit, but that was fun. That was all fun games. But I mean, the reason why they're doing it is because they won't get the exposure yet. Fine, but if they're not booking the stories, they're not. If the writers and that are not writing the stories, then they're not going to look good at all. I mean, personally, I'll see them wherever I can see them. I always support new wrestling.
Yeah, nothing. What I'm saying is nothing comes from it. It doesn't help ratings, and Mayfield's losing doesn't help him either. People aren't going to go, "Oh, he lost a match. I'm going to go and watch Progress and TNT," even if that's available in America. I don't know if it is or not, but if it isn't, then they can't watch it. And if it is, who's going to go and watch a loser? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, but I mean,
If that's the representation for TNT and Progress, I don't want to watch it.
Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is their character. That's what matters to me, pure and simple. And how they are in the ring, out of the ring, in the ring.
But if WWE did this, if WWE brought in somebody from, name me a wrestling company in America, in an indie one, Defy. So WWE brought in somebody from Defy and they got destroyed. I wouldn't think, oh, I want to go and watch Defy now. I'd think that's the representation for them. Damn.
I would hate that for WWE.
Say that again, TJ.
I would hate that for WWE.
I was just using it as an example. You bring somebody in from an indie company, and if they got destroyed, I wouldn't think, I want to go and watch them.
But I'm just saying, if that happened, I would hate that for them. That wouldn't be a good look.
Well, no, they would never do that. This is expected with Tony Khan because Tony Khan's a clown. Yeah, but Bobby, your thoughts on those two matches?
And don't forget, that's why he's a clown.
Yes, definitely.
Crack is whack.
So Daniel Garcia defeating Mayfairs and Kyle O'Reilly taking a loss. Your thoughts, Bobby?
Like again, the individual matches literally mean nothing for like the short term works and like the long time works. So like I think individually bronze if we're rating them, but yeah. So
the show I want to talk about, let's get to it, and that was NXT Battleground. Decent pay-per-view overall. Nothing that amazed me. I didn't think, oh, this was fantastically good. But it kicked off with the Women's North American Championship ladder match. I felt it was quite confined, and I felt, they can't do as much if it was in the Performance Center or at a different venue. Great for Kalani Jordan winning. Why not? She's a future. Yeah, no complaints from me. Decent match. TJ, what did you think of this match?
I think it's good that Kalani followed in her boyfriend's footsteps. She's over.
Is her boyfriend in WWE?
Yes. Her boyfriend is Carmella.
Or is it? Is it? Oh, look at him. She's quite good looking, so look at him.
And Trick Williams is in real life Smash and Lance Legend.
Yeah, that one you about.
Oof, I feel sorry for their kids.
I want to be whoever is smashing Liv Morgan. I want to be that person.
What? No, so it was Enzo.
So Bobby, your thoughts on this match? Kalani Jordan become the brand new Women's North American champion.
Excuse me. The match was all right. I just hope that this brings someone in for the main roster as well, to bring in like a main roster mid-card women's title, if you know what I mean. And again, I don't really follow much NXT, so I don't know what this is going to mean for future bits and pieces. So
quickly becoming the hottest brand there is. NXT's way up there with SmackDown, they're nearly on a level with just NXT's fantastic. This week, not as good, but next week you got TNA on NXT again in the Battle Royal, but we'll get into that later. Robert, your thoughts on Kalani Jordan winning the title and the match itself?
I'd say well done to her, basically. I mean, it was a hard-fought match. Pure and simple, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see Sol Ruka in it, but, because basically, well, let's be honest, Sol Ruka had everything to lose and nothing to gain, really, didn't she? 'Cause, I mean, she was the first overall in the Combine, so, I mean, but yeah, it was a great match.
My pick was actually Lash Legend to win to continue a pushing metaphor, but I'm not upset with Kalani. I would have liked Lash to win, but
I think Meta pushed to the main roster.
So next up for the NXT Tag Team titles, this could have easily been on a NXT. I didn't think, if that was on a random NXT, I wouldn't think, no, stick it on pay-per-view, Premier Live event, call them what you like. The Good Brothers, the Club, the OC, the 1,000 names they've got, but I'll call them the Good Brothers, took the loss to Nathan Frazer and Axiom. Good match here, but what was the last big match the OC won? To make this an even bigger win for Nathan Frazer and Axiom. It was decent. Bobby, your thoughts?
The match was there, wasn't it? So yeah, like as you said, it could have just taken place on a random episode of NXT TV. But yeah, you know, like what can you do with that? You know, they've got to give some sort of pay-per-view relevance to the tag division, haven't they? So
yeah. So yeah, agree with me then. TJ, your thoughts on the tag team match?
I think the match was basically made to put Nathan and Axiom over. No, not Nathan Frazer. To put Axiom and his tag team partner over.
Yeah. Robert?
Well, I thought it was kind of hard to call, really, because I mean, like, the OC are more main roster material than they are NXT material. So, and I've never really understood why they changed A-Kid from A-Kid to Axiom. I've never understood that. And they never acknowledged it, or it just doesn't make sense to me.
They do, though. They do. The Axiom all the time saying.
They sort of mention it, like acknowledge it, but then Axiom himself denies it. So it just doesn't work for me.
I suppose he wanted a superhero gimmick, and A-Kid really doesn't fit that. He's done very well as Axiom, so why not? But next up in the NXT Women's Underground match, again, probably could have, if this was on like, so Heatwave's a pay-per-view now, but if Heatwave was a TV special and this was on a Heatwave, I don't think, again, stick this on pay-per-view. But it was a nice, good match. Again, who Shayna beat to make this a bigger win for Lola. She hasn't had a big win for years. Lola's definitely the future. This was a good match. Lola Vice coming out on top. It was different. I'll give them that. So, Robert, your thoughts on this one?
I personally thought it was a really good match because, I mean, it was violent. And that's what you expect Underground to be. Violent, you know? So what we can say, you know? I mean, it was just, the action was all over the place as a good violent Underground match should be. All over the place. And even hitting the referees and the officials and the security guards and that. Wow.
Yeah. But my thing is, who Shayna beat in the last, I don't kind of random fail 4-way win on Raw, big win, like a big win. It's been a long time. So, So TJ, did you enjoy this one? Shayna Baszler, Lola Vice?
So when it comes to Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice, Shayna was basically a made star. Shayna basically competed in the UFC ring, whereas Lola Vice was kind of more so on the NXT level of UFC. She was a Bellator competitor. So for a Bellator competitor to beat a legit UFC competitor, that definitely put Lola over. So I didn't see the match, but I can definitely tell that it was an enjoyable match. They're definitely going to try to put Lola over because Lola Vice is a credible name. Whatever she was before she came to WWE, she was really credible in the Bellator ring. And she's a Cuban American fighter because I have Cuban ancestry in my blood. So viva la Cuba.
So she's representing you and the Cubans.
Yeah, she's representing.
So yeah, that's good.
I'll say she's representing a 16th of me.
Okay then. Bobby, are you playing a game there?
No, I'm sending someone a message. Sorry, hang on.
Okay then. So your thoughts on this match?
Pizza.
I thought he was playing on his Xbox or something. I don't know. I don't play games.
Someone a message. Sorry.
I don't have time to sit and play games. I've got very quickly. I've got 2K24, but I think I played it about 5 times at the most.
Fair enough.
So your thoughts on this one, Bobby?
The women's
Lola Vice. No, Lola Vice, Shayna Baszler.
Again, I've not got round to seeing it yet, but yeah, judging by the sounds of things, it was meh. You know, like again, two former MMA fighters going up against each other. You know, like in a wrestling ring. Do you know what I mean? So
it wasn't meh. It was just. Oh, I'm saying if that was on a random NXT, I wouldn't think, oh, this screams pay-per-view to me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It was good, though. But a good match, and one you definitely need to check out, the triple threat match. The men's North American Championship. Femi is definitely the future. He's a beast. He gets better each and every time in the ring. He gets better on the microphone. Damn, he's good. Joe Coffey, Wesley, Obafemi retaining. He just throws people around and just doesn't care. Just powerbomb after powerbomb and just definitely the future. Yeah. So your thoughts on that? You didn't watch the match, did you? Okay.
No.
Yeah. So Robert, your thoughts on the triple threat?
Without giving any spoilers, I'm just going to say, damn.
Obafemi's good, isn't he? Really good. TJ, did you enjoy the triple threat?
Yeah, the triple threat match. I see Obafemi definitely being a force to be reckoned with, but I think the WWE Universe wants Obafemi and Omos to go at it. That would be for the pride of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I remember when Omos actually went to school in Baltimore.
But Omos is awful. Omos is awful.
The university he attended is actually here in Baltimore, so I remember Omos on campus. He towers everybody.
But he's just not good in the ring. I suppose what big man is. Great Khali was never good. Satman Singh in AEW is not good. Because it's that hard.
Omos' redeeming quality is he's an anime fan.
Okay. So we'll come to it. We'll now come to the women's title match. Did you watch this one, Bobby?
I see who won. I've not seen the actual match itself.
Good match. They really protected Jordan Grace because talk about making headlines and talk about things you never thought you would see. You had Dana Brooke, who doesn't. Dana Brooke, who now works for TNA, returned to WWE, but she's working for another company. She's working for another company.
Yeah.
Talk about making headlines. Yes, that's my elegance then. But yeah, talk about making headlines. That's how you do it right there. So her distracting Jordan, saying Jordan didn't look bad in defeat. Decent match. Could have gone longer, I think. Roxanne Perez still your women's champion. TJ, did you enjoy this one? And did you enjoy the return of Dana Brooke?
I enjoyed the return of Dana Brooke, but I also enjoyed seeing Gail Kim in the crowd. That was more so my, because I love Gail Kim's finishing move.
Was it the Eat Defeat? I think, is it the same move as Michin?
Yeah, the same move as Michin. You notice that the Koreans both had the same move.
She must have gifted her that move. Did you enjoy the match? Did you enjoy Roxanne Perez winning, or did you expect Jordan Grace to take the title?
So they're going to dethrone Roxanne, but I think they're looking for the right one to dethrone her. I think Lola's going to be the one to dethrone Roxanne.
Definitely. I was just going to say that. We definitely agree on that. Then definitely. Yeah. Lola's the future. She could easily go face, I think, maybe. I don't know. She's a dominant heel, so
I mean, hey, but she can mambo gonzo her ass off.
Yeah.
As long as she dances like that, she can have every single title in the world. So, Robert, your thoughts on Jordan Grace, Roxanne Perez?
Let's be honest, it was never gonna. Jordan Grace was never gonna win the title. Pure and simple. Sorry, but that's not against her at all. But I can't see a TNA star and champion becoming NXT Women's Champion anytime soon. You know, not saying it won't gonna happen, but I just can't see it happening personally.
Your
Not just
thoughts?
someone from a different company come over and take your title. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And your thoughts on Dana Brooke returning, Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance, call her what you like.
That was a big shocker. Ash by Elegance, yeah. What a shocker. I mean, they even mucked up on commentary saying it was Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance. So there you go. You know, that's it all, doesn't it?
See that right there, obviously the commentary is scripted, I presume, or they get told in the rear what to say.
Yeah.
But like even that was cool. I thought, it's Dana, no, it's Ash by Elegance. I was like, hey, even that was cool.
Yeah.
They should
And
start
then
doing that more often.
The thing with AEW was when Ethan Page debuted and Vic Joseph said, he's from AE, and then Booker T said, whoa. He cut him off just at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Perfection. And your main event, again, if this was on a random
the big talk point from the women's title match, I would say, would be when Jordan Grace got her earring ripped off her ear by getting it caught in Roxanne Perez's tights.
Damn. Well, as they say, it's not ballet, stepping in the ring and injuries happen. So your main event, again, if this was on a random NXT or an NXT TV special, I wouldn't think that it's got to be on pay-per-view. Ethan Page did not impress me, unfortunately, but Ethan Page making his WWE debut in a title match against Trick Williams. This could have gone a hell of a lot longer. This was okay. Trick Williams retained. Okay.
I'm glad that Ethan Page is no longer with AEW. Like, I will put that out there.
So I'll go to you first, then, Robert. Did you enjoy this match? Did Ethan Page impress you?
Not really. Be brutally honest, he's just too cocky. Far too cocky.
I'm waiting for Joe Henry to
Did you enjoy the match?
Past the castle.
I enjoyed the match, yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying, Ethan Page, he's the same character as in AEW, and it just, change it up. If you're going to change companies, change up a little bit,
And Joe Hendry could be in the Battle Royal next week, but we'll get into that when we discuss NXT. TJ, did you enjoy the match, and were you at all impressed by Ethan Page?
Yawn. I mean, switch it up. I mean, we get it that you're an angry guy from another company, but yawn, switch it up. We've seen this before. But I do believe in Joe Henry.
We'll say
I mean, I don't even watch TNA, but Joe Henry had me as a fan when he told AJ Francis he was banned from diving. You are banned from diving.
Definitely. He was awful. Joe Hendry even got a mention on Raw through Pat McAfee. He said so, I don't know what segment it was, but he said, say his name and he appears. So I love this crossover between NXT and TNA, or WWE and TNA. So the rating of Battleground, I'll say silver. So it could have been better, but yeah, your rating for it, Robert?
Overall, I'd say a possible gold, if not silver plus.
Okay, then, and TJ, your rating for Battleground?
I'll give it a gold minus Sexy Red.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Sexy Red. She did like 2 minutes of Welcome to Battleground, and that's it.
She
Okay.
got arrested as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got arrested on the way back from the airport. That's Sexy Red for you.
So they hyped up Sexy Red being on NXT, and then just imagine if she couldn't make it. Like, you've hyped her up to be this big star. I don't even know who she is. And well done for WB bringing her in. She tweeted. Now, I don't know if she got told to do this, but she tweeted out about NXT and then got brought in. So cool. If she did that off her own bat and they brought her in, well done WWE. But I don't know who she is, but they hyped her up to be like The Rock.
Well, for those of you who don't know who Sexy Red is, I'll take this, if you don't mind. I'll take this portion of the podcast.
Okay, then.
Sexy Red is an African American rapper born in America. She was featured on Drake's song "Rich Daddy." Bend that ass over. That's her. Hottest rapper right now in America. One of the things I remember her saying that makes me stick out is, "My booty hole is brown and my coochie pink."
Oh God! It's as bad as that. That song. Is it that WAP song? Like "Bring
No,
Them Up" or
WAP.
something.
It's not WAP, but she straight up said it. "My booty hole brown, my coochie pink."
But the WAP.
So when she started twerking in the ring, I'm like, they need to sanitize that ring.
God. Definitely. So Monday Night Raw, we had this is a very Raw for a go home show. I know SmackDown is like they're meant to be filler, but Raw was very filler. Drew McIntyre kicked off the show. Damian Priest came out. This was just to have their match this Saturday. Io Sky, Lara Valkyria had a good match, and you had Io Sky coming out on top. So, Robert, your thoughts on the Drew McIntyre pre-segment and the women's match?
Yeah, what can I say? It is what it is, you know.
Do you like the new attitude of Io Sky or not?
Not really. I mean, it's a case of like, you know, he was going to heal, weren't they? You know, so what can you do? I mean, I'm more surprised that they turned on Bailey, but that's a different matter altogether, you know.
And she's meant to be doing a match next month, isn't she? I don't know what. Well, probably you'll know more about this. The New Japan, the wrestling side, Japan wrestling side of things, but I don't know what it is. But I know she's going to do a match over there.
She's going over to do something for Stardom in a few weeks. So.
Yeah, I knew you would know, which is cool. Japan wrestling just not for me. Like I said, I've been to watch New Japan in Manchester a number of years ago, but apart from that, nothing. So your thoughts on the Priest segment, the Drew segment, and the women's match, Bobby?
So we're talking about yesterday, yeah? Not yesterday.
Raw.
Before yesterday.
Monday.
Yeah,
Monday. The clue when Raw's on, it's on a Monday.
So I literally started watching it this morning. Didn't get around to finishing like the whole lot, but I did see, like, the only things that I did see were this opening segment with Drew Priest and the women's match. But I think that it's the Drew and Priest has definitely helping build up the story for potentially seeing Drew potentially win on Saturday. You know, but what's there to say that he's not going to get screwed over by Punk? Like, if he's going to be there, do you know what I mean? You know, and with Priest, obviously, there's a bit of a, you know, pushy, shovey sort of type of thing, like in the Judgment Day at the moment with Dominic and with Liv. So could they potentially get involved? Do you know what I mean? You know, like, even though that they are banned from ringside, like if Drew went over. So
burying the lead, burying the lead here, burying the main event. But it doesn't matter. We'll get onto the main event here shortly. Your thoughts on the women's match here, Lyra?
Io and Lyra was pretty decent. I think that they're definitely trying to build up both Io and Lyra. Do you know what I mean? And what have you? Like, personally, I do think that they could potentially be putting Becky and Lyra as a tag team in the future at some point. But
I think Becky's taking a few months off. Having some rest, probably resting up with Seth.
Yeah.
Apparently, well, if you ask the AEW mark, she's on the way to AEW, but probably not. She's probably more, but she's not. I said this last week that she would just get a month push and then that's it. Not buried, but just lost in the shuffle with the whole rest of the roster.
Yeah.
And why would she leave when Seth's in WWE and she's going to get paid more money in WWE? And why? Just why? Why is it now that anybody leaves WWE? Oh, they're going to AEW. No, not necessarily.
And work less dates as well. So.
Well, yeah, that can be an advantage for them, but they're on less money. And Seth's in WWE. Why would she go to a company where her husband's not? You should never see him. So.
Yeah.
And then would you do a match like Edge did and break her leg and just no. TJ, your thoughts on the women's match and the Drew McIntyre Damien Priest segment?
So I feel like that now that judgment, I feel like this is going to be a repeat. The match might be so good that it puts over Damien Priest as a face and Drew McIntyre as a heel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think of Io Sky going over Lyra Valkyria?
Don't know about that one. Like, I see they're trying to build up Lyra Valkyria, but she still comes off as bland. But I see they're trying to build her up. But I'm still impressed with Io. I'm just waiting.
I presume you're trying to build Io for a match in Stardom against, and Bobby will know this. Who's she facing?
Oh, I don't actually know her name, but I know that she's going over there to do something. So,
I'm just waiting for the rest of Damage Control to turn on Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai is good. We can't have that happening. Dakota Kai is one of my favorite reasons for watching Raw.
Is she Damage Control good, or is she babyface good?
No, Dakota Kai is just unlikable all around. She's so unlikable. No, story mode wise, real life wise, I love her. I'm subscribed to her podcast with her and Selena. But storyline wise, her character is just untrustworthy. So untrustworthy, even the heels don't fuck with you. That's got to be something.
So Bobby didn't watch Raw, so I won't tell him that The Rock came out and Stone Cold came out. I won't tell him that, but that didn't really happen. But what did happen was Braun Strowman and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee knocked off the Judgment Day. Sami Zayn came out. Chad Gable came out. They cut a promo again, hyping up Saturday. I'll say a much needed win for Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee got the winning pinfall. That was much needed. Robert, your thoughts on the promo and the match?
Yeah, well, let's be honest, right? If we're going to talk about Clash of the Castle, I reckon it's going to be Drew McIntyre is going to be your face because it's in his hometown, in his home country. For goodness' sakes, come on. Damien Priest is definitely heel, no matter no two ways about it. So But good for Dragon Lee.
Do your thoughts on? Yeah. And Chad Gable, Sami Zayn thing. Did you enjoy that?
It's just forwarding the story on. That's what it is. You know.
Yeah, just building. Yeah. So yeah, but I was just reading the next segment or the next match. Not that much happened on Raw, but TJ, did you enjoy the Sami Zayn Gable face-off thing, whatever they did, and did you enjoy the 6-person tag match?
Yes, I did. The funny part about the tag match was when Braun Strowman forgot how strong he was when he held Selena's hand up.
He is a big guy, isn't he? Very big.
Selena looked like she was struggling for her life trying to get down.
He is very big. Yes. Why this happened? Why they did this? I don't know. Building no momentum for Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, but they lost to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Why couldn't you have had Zoe Stark being pinned? And Braun Breaker ran right through Ilya, killed Ilya, but it was a good match they had. Ilya didn't look bad in defeat. So, TJ, what your thoughts on both those matches, the women's tag and Braun, and Ilya?
Well, the women's tag match was just predictable, but Ilya, I believe Ilya's match. And after the match, didn't he destroy Ricochet?
They to write him off for good, which we'll get to later here in news and rumors, whatever. But yeah, that's him gone from WWE apparently.
All right, so I want to see what the whole Ilya Braun Breaker rivalry is about. I'm more invested in that because Braun is just breaking everybody. So I agree.
He's fake tan though. He's out of control. If nearly as out of control as the Miz is, it's like, damn, too much time on the sunbed or whatever they use. Damn.
Well, I guess there's only one person that can take out Braun Breaker, or at least be on his level.
Gunther? No.
Gunther or Brock?
Definitely, yeah. So, Robert, your thoughts on the women's tag match and Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov match as well?
Well, basically, all I'm going to say on this is I reckon it sets up Clash of Castle really well. As for Braun Breaker and Dragunov, it didn't. From what I've heard tonight, it just didn't seem that Ilya Dragunov bit of more he could do. It's just basically Ilya Dragunov being the Mad Dragon, the Mad Tsar.
Would you have had Zoe Stark being pinned in the women's tag match? Would you have done that?
No. I'd have a double count out, but that's me.
Okay, yeah, that's even better then. Yeah, yeah, I would have gone with that. We'll get onto this later when we do predictions, but Isla and Alba are there purely because it's in Scotland. That's it.
I agree, but
Why else are they there then? What have they done to deserve a title shot? They haven't done anything for months.
The former NXT Tag Champions, they brought it over to the main roster.
What they do? Since then, nothing.
If you want my opinion, that's my opinion. Sorry.
And winning on, I don't know if you would check the main event results, I do, but winning on main event, that doesn't count. So on the main roster, they've done nothing.
It doesn't matter.
To deserve a title shot.
At the end of the day, tag champions. At the end of the day, they're still former tag champions.
It's in Scotland. We've got a pay-per-view in Scotland. We've got 2 Scottish wrestlers. Let's just do that.
I disagree. That basically that does not put them in. That basically does not shine any sort of light whatsoever on their career thus far.
Nothing.
That does nothing for
to deserve a title shot.
I'm sorry. That just discredits all their talent that they've had so far.
The last match they won on the main roster was.
Doesn't matter that.
If it's suspension of disbelief and we're really competing for these titles, they don't deserve that title shot at all. Does Robert eliminate himself for the Rumble?
Don't know.
Or did he not like what we were saying? I don't know. Anyway, moving along then. So, Awesome Truth retained against AOP. Why this wasn't at Clash, I don't know. And then you had Drew McIntyre, as Bobby said earlier, going over Finn Balor. It was an okay Raw, which like a bronze +2. TJ, your thoughts on those? So, Awesome Truth retaining and Drew McIntyre winning.
Well, no thoughts on Drew McIntyre winning, but Awesome Truth, they are comedy gold. Wrestling comedy gold for me. Awesome. R-Truth has always been hilarious, especially when he was in TNA and he was heel. When they were chanting, "You suck, you suck, you suck," and he just shout back. And I still use this insult to this very day. If I suck, you swallow.
Oh, God. Jesus.
R-Truth's hilarious.
Yes. Very cool. Yes. Like, he thought AOP was a PA, and they were Farouk and Bradshaw, and Scarlett is a fortune teller. Very funny.
R-Truth can make anybody break.
He made Roman Reigns break, and Brock Lesnar, did he not? So,
And Shayna Baszler.
and he's just released. He got a new song out. I think is it called What It Is? I think he got a new song out today. I listened to about 2 minutes of it. I thought it was good. I like rap. So yeah. So to end the week of wrestling with NXT becoming the hottest show there is, up there with SmackDown. Kalani Jordan came out, cut a promo. Jadea Parker did. They said to a match, meet Jadea Parker, whatever they want. Yes, Jadea Parker. Jada. There we go, Jada. That's what I was looking for, Jada. Thank you. So Jada Parker lost to Meechin. Okay. Are you liking what they're doing with both Meechin and Jada, TJ?
Well, they're just setting Jada and Meechin up for basically ammunition for the OC versus OTM.
Yeah, I like the push that OTM's getting, but Jada seems to be getting more of a push. But it is what it is. Gallus, that clothesline at the definitely go back and watch NXT if you can, Bobby. That clothesline at the end from Joe Coffey. Yeah. Damn, he turned Wesley upside down. Gallus went over Wesley and the Newcastle Republic. Wendy Shaw returned with a kind of a mixed gimmick. She's doing the gimmick where she brings a pillow to the ring, but also a Mei Ying gimmick. So I think it's a mix of the two. She defeated Brinley Reese. So TJ, your thoughts on Wendy Shaw's new gimmick and Gallus taking the win?
Brinley Reese is that girl that just doesn't know when to go away. So it's like everybody every week always enjoys Brinley Reese getting her ass beat. And she always has those homeboys that be like, "You sure you want to do that? It won't work." "Oh, it'll be all right." And then she F's around and finds out.
Do you like when you chose new gimmick or Chew, whatever you call Wendy Chew?
I do like Wendy Cho's new gimmick. I never actually got to see Wendy Cho wrestle ever until that night. So watching Wendy Cho wrestle was kind of refreshing for me.
Did you like the clothesline from Joe Coffey turning Wesley inside out?
Yes, and I think that Gallus is actually teasing a Forbidden Door collaboration because Wesley might tag on his old tag team partners from TNA to help him out.
Zachary Wentz. I don't know if they call Zachary Wentz in TNA now, I think.
Yes.
Nash Carter was in WWE, I think.
Right. because right now Osa Mensa is right now dealing with Ethan Page.
Yeah, I like that they're giving him something to do. So that's why I like NXT. Everybody gets a role. Everybody gets something to do. Even Brooks Jensen gets something to do. His latest gimmick is grabbing Vic Joseph. It's building, so it's starting at something and building. So I like that everybody's got a role. That's what the great thing about NXT reminds me of the Attitude Era. Everybody had a role. This is way before your time, Bobby. But everyone had a role, from The Rock to Penanke, from Stone Cold to Crash Holly. Everybody had a role on the card. Everyone.
Russ Crash Holly Soul, by the way.
There wasn't anybody on the card like there is on Raw or SmackDown. People just sat backstage doing nothing.
Except eating and catering.
Yeah, but in the Attitude Era, everyone had a role. Everyone had the part of the show. And it was only 2 hours. Now they've got 3 hours and still don't know what to do with the show. Cody Rhodes came out. Trick Williams did. Cool that the WWE champion was on NXT, but he was mentioned at Battleground. He was mentioned at Raw. He was on NXT. He's going to be on SmackDown. He's going to be at Clash. Less is more. But the big announcement is a Battle Royal next week with people from different locker rooms, so that can only mean TNA. Winner of that goes on to face Trick Williams at Heatwave. In a Singapore K match, Lexus King beat Dante Chen. The welts all over Dante Chen. Damn. So, Bobby, your thoughts on TNA being involved? Most probably, it's not confirmed, but most probably being involved in the Battle Royal next week.
I believe in Joe Hendry turning up, right? See what I just said there? Yeah, I think it'll be good to see, obviously WWE now working with other promotions rather than, not, acknowledging that other promotions actually exist outside of WWE. Do you know what I mean? Under Vince McMahon, as that was his fucking biggest pet hate, there's a couple of people that I'd like to see. One of them's Joe Hendry. The other one is Josh Alexander. Third is Mike Bailey, and the fourth is the TNA World Champion Moose. Do you know what I mean? I was
going to say Moose,
you know what I mean?
and another person who you saw it in the group. I sent it to the group earlier. Wonderful, yes. Deleted broken Matt Hardy. So they get broken Matt Hardy, which we never got. He was broken Matt Hardy in WWE. How is NXT not the hottest brand there is?
I need to start fucking getting back into NXT, don't I? You know what I mean?
Fantastic show. Even when it's an okay show, it's still good. So yeah. But TJ, you watched the match, the welts all over, Dante Chen. So your thoughts on the match and the TNA involvement, most probably in the Battle Royal next week.
I know Joe Hendry will probably be there. Matt Hardy will probably be there. I'm counting on AJ Francis to be there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there is that.
Because I could definitely see them saying, "Isn't that top AJ Francis?"
In TNA, yeah.
Or they used to, and hey, in WWE they used to call him Flop Dollar.
He did, didn't he? Maggle Call, JBL, Maggle Call, calling him Flop Dollar.
Word.
And your thoughts on the Singapore K match, TJ?
My thoughts. I really don't have no thoughts on the Singapore K match. It was what it was. They're just trying to build Lexus King's stock to be like his dad. Because I think they're about to build a new Heart Foundation pretty soon.
Really? Interesting.
And Natalia said enough is enough and it's time for a change.
Yeah. I agree. Oh, yeah. Eddie Thorpe returned to NXT and went over Tavian Heights. Tavian Heights of Level Up fame. If nobody watches, if TJ or Bobby don't watch Level Up, you won't know who Tavian Heights is, but that's who he is. And Sean Spears finally got a win. Yeah, I don't think this is his first win since returning. I think he beat Rich Holland, but he got a win over Javon Evans, who impresses me every single week. So, TJ, your thoughts on Eddie Thorpe winning and Sean Spears winning?
Well, I didn't see the Eddie Thorpe match, but I'm happy that he's back because I remember him and Dijak had one hell of a match.
Yes, very good.
And what was the other question?
Sean Spears and Javon Evans, your thoughts on Sean Spears winning?
Well, I know that he's a writer in the back now, so that should be interesting. And I do like Javon Evans because I think they're trying to build him up to be the next Wesley or the next Carmelo Hayes.
Fantastic in the ring. And he's 19 or 20. Super impressive. He's only got the future ahead of him. Just Javon Evans, Obafemi, they're the future. And to close out NXT, Roxanne Perez came out, called out Ava. You had Jason Jane and Justin Nix. They interrupted. Lash Legend, Corey Jackson did, and then Lawler Vice did. Brawl to end NXT. Silver Plus, it was a good NXT. TJ, your thoughts on the ending?
Lola's that bitch. And I don't mean in a derogatory term. I mean she's that chica.
Definitely. But it was interesting that Lola and Roxanne worked together at the end. But I suppose these heels working with heels, but yeah.
I can see Lola turning face.
Yeah. What I didn't like her and at Battleground was she just won a serious match and then went backstage to twerk with Sexy Red. I just thought, really? You don't see Brock Lesnar doing that. Not that he would, but just imagine.
God, nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar twerk.
But just imagine a proper dominant UFC fighter just beat somebody up and won a match and they go backstage to twerk.
You just kind of made every gay bone out of my body walk away.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to think about Brock Lesnar twerking. Now you got giving me nightmares. Ugh.
Okay, Roman Reigns then wins a serious fight. He goes backstage to twerk.
I don't want to picture no man twerking.
Sorry then. Okay then. Who then? Rhea Ripley then. Rhea Ripley. Okay, we'll do Rhea Ripley then. Rhea Ripley wins a serious match and goes backstage to twerk.
Actually, I do want to see David Otunga twerk, so yeah.
But what's he doing now? He's not in WWE anymore, is he? So
he's not, but his tights used to just munch on him.
Jeez, yeah.
David Otunga is actually gay, isn't he?
Huh?
No, he's married to what she called off The Voice.
No, he was engaged. Right. No, they had a long engagement.
What's she called?
That she called off. They had a long engagement that she called off.
What was his wife or fiance called? She was on The Voice.
Either she had cold feet or he was, or correction, he was as suspect as gas station sushi.
I'll have a look. Very quickly Google it. She was on The Voice.
The Voice.
I think she was on The Voice over here as well.
Literally bear with me 2 minutes, guys. Nature calls again. I'll literally be back in 2 minutes.
Right, she was called. God. Ugh. Was it? Oh, Jennifer Hudson. That was his wife, wasn't it?
Jennifer Hudson, the dream girl.
Yeah. So yeah, he's obviously not gay then if he was married to her. But she was on The Voice over here as well. Not that The Voice is successful, but. So I'm going to play a quick ad here as I go to the toilet. And then we'll get down to some predictions, and then, yeah. So let me play this.
To never miss a second, never miss an upload, never miss anything I do, and never miss when I go live doing watch parties and my brand new podcast live Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. The Reigning Rock Podcast. Add me on Facebook, Ricky J. Pate. Whilst there, search on Facebook WWA World Wrestling Alliance. Follow me on X at Ricky Goldmans. Head over to Pro Wrestling Tees and search Goldmans1 and head over to my YouTube channel. Search, like, and subscribe to the People's Wrestling Channel. That once again, the People's Wrestling Channel.
That is indeed right. All my socials and me, follow me, do all of that. Like, subscribe, get me to the next milestone of 370. Has Bobby come back yet? No, he hasn't. So let's get into some predictions. So another little video to play. So WWE preview, pay-per-view preview. I think it's just a quick 2-minute start. I think it's a decent card, but also a glorified house show. So let's go to this one. So Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn for the women's WWE Tag Team titles. TJ, who have you got?
I got the superpowers, Cargill and Belair. It's too early for the cracks to form, so they're going to dominate both teams to show their dominance.
I'd like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to win, so we start taking the pinfall here, but I do my predictions on the watch along on Saturday, but I'm probably going to agree with you to just kind of give my predictions away early. Let's do another women's match, which is
Alba Fire's mom. She died in a car accident.
Damn, was that how long ago was that?
That was a few days ago.
Did they give her the titles for that then, or not?
I don't know. We'll see.
But it will be Piper Niven, Scotland's own, taking on Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. This should be a good one. I like the push that Piper's getting. Do you see a new champion?
I don't see a new champion. I see Bayley being booed, and actually, I see Bayley. Bayley's pretty over in London, in the Great Britain. Very and
the chant
Piper. So
the chant started. The chant started here. The Bayley, will you be my girl? That started here in London. So yeah, she's super over. They love her. They love Bayley over here. Because even at Clash at the Castle 2 years ago, they were chanting it, and she couldn't respond because she was heel, but you could tell she wanted to respond but didn't. So for the Intercontinental Championship in men's action, Sami Zayn looks to his challenger Chad Gable. Again, this should be a good one. Does Chad Gable finally do it, or do you see Sami Zayn retaining?
Chad Gable just renewed his contract, so I see Chad Gable winning, and then Sammy going on to bigger and better things.
Sami Zayn has only been champion for 2 months, but Gable has worked his ass off, so I'd be happy with either, but yeah, let's wait and see, I suppose. What will probably should be the main event. So Drew McIntyre 1-on-1 with Damien Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Do we see a new champion here, or does CM Punk cost him?
I think CM Punk's going to cost him.
And so Priest, Gunther at SummerSlam, or
Yeah.
Unless they do what I said a couple of weeks ago, and you have Gunther go after Cody, Orton, Gunther, Cody at SummerSlam. But then who do you have win that? So I don't know. I don't want Gunther to lose, so that means Cody losing. So maybe that's what happens. He does have a full 4-month title reign. Speaking of Cody, so in an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE title, he takes on AJ Styles. I think it's pretty obvious, but I'll ask you anyway. Do you see Cody winning?
Yes.
And Bobby, are you there? No, still muted. Okay, then. So then I'll get his prediction. Oh, he is there. Right then. I thought you'd exited the Royal Rumble again. So we're just going through predictions. So I'll quickly get yours. So first match for the women's tag team titles. Who have you got?
Women's tag titles. Who are they? I would probably say a retain from Jade and Bianca.
Happy Niven, Bailey, women's title. DT new champion. Yeah, but she's only just won it. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Do you see a new champion here, or does Sami retain?
This is a tough one. I'm going to say Chad Gable, new IC champion.
I was just saying to TJ then, like, I'm 50-50, probably like you. Sammy's just won it. There'll be 2 months as champion, but Gable has really worked hard to get where he is and do what he's doing. So, if I'm picking, which I'll do an early pick now, I'll pick Sammy. But if Chad does it, that doesn't shock me either.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be annoyed if Sammy won. However, I also wouldn't be annoyed if Chad won. Do you know what I mean?
But then, do you do Chad Otis without the title at SummerSlam? So there's that.
That also wouldn't be a bad decision either.
Because you don't need to do it for because I think you have Otis win, but you're not going to put the IC title on him. So, this should be the main event. Cody will probably main event, but they should be. So Scotland's own Drew McIntyre challenges Drew to Damian Priest. Does CM Punk cost Drew, or does he leave with the gold?
Again, like I'm going to say the same about Chad and Sammy. I'm not going to be pissed off if McIntyre wins. I'm not going to be pissed off if Priest retains. I'm not going to be pissed off if CM Punk costs Drew the title. Do you know what I mean? You know, I think that I'm probably going to say, since the Bloodline aren't going to get involved, not the Bloodline, Judgment Day even, there was nothing said about Punk this past Monday, so I'm probably going to say Priest. So,
and this is obvious, but I'll ask you anyway. I Quit match. This will make it more interesting. I Quit match, undisputed title on the line. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Cody. Okay. So if we pick the same picks, and I might actually message you this, I won't remember, but how long in minutes and seconds will Cody and AJ Styles go? How much time limit do you think?
I would probably say 26 minutes. 7 seconds.
I'll go 29. So it's whoever's closest. Because Ian's not here, hasn't sent predictions, so he's not in contention for the title. So it's between me and you. Hopefully I retain. But then, we both got one wrong for Battleground, so yeah, it's all down to Clash. As I said, Lash to win, and you said Good Brothers to win. So
yeah.
So our final thing here is this. So news and headlines and I've lost my script. Not lost my script. There were 4 things I wanted to talk about. So first of all, we'll start. So right. So okay, then Ricochet leaving WWE. Bobby, I'll ask you first. Do you think he goes to AEW? It would be stupid to do because he'd get a month's portion and that's it. Lost in the shuffle like the rest of the damn roster. So he'd be stupid.
It would take a month for him to actually have his first match in AEW. I put this in the group chat that we're in. You know, I don't know what's happening with PWG at the moment. So like he obviously can't go back there. Lucha Underground obviously don't exist no more. You know, like there ain't no point in coming back over here. Do you know what I mean? Because ICW don't do bugger all. Defiant ain't about no more. WCPW. Do you know what I mean? You know, but I don't think AEW would be the right decision. Like, you know,
so no, then TNA. You think you go to TNA then?
Like personally, I think without Scott D'Amore, no. Do you know what I mean?
There's not much choice for him then, is there? Really, it's either TNA or AEW or time to back with WWE.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
and even if they're not going to do, but let's say he goes to AEW, they put every single title on him. All of those titles still aren't on the level, even of. Okay, it's a new I won't say the Speed Championship, but the North American Championship. Nothing in AEW is on that level. Because it's WWE. WWE is the biggest.
Yeah.
He was North American champion, Speed champion, Intercolor champion, US champion, SmackDown World Cup winner. He had a good career in WWE. So I don't know how you can complain. On TV every week. Most people are sat in catering. You go and tell that to the Cree brothers or Apollo Crews or whoever. So why would he choose to leave? What? Because he was never going to be world champion, and it's not WWE's fault. He can't cut a promo. Some people can, some people can't, but he certainly can't. So that's not their fault. They did everything they could with him. But I suppose him and Samantha are getting married, and maybe that's the reason. But
yeah, there's probably one of a million different reasons that he's not wanted to bring to the public eye. Do you know what I mean?
He had not a very good career, but a more than decent career in WWE. So,
but like in terms of championships, like it's more than most.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
TJ, do you think that Ricochet is on his way to AEW, TNA, or signs back with WWE?
Nah.
I don't know where Ricochet is going to go. Ricochet is probably going to enjoy his few first months off the road and probably take care home for Samantha Irving since she brings in the paycheck. And then he may rebound. He may rebound to WWE, make a quick Rumble appearance just to test the waters.
Right? Yeah.
But a lot of these wrestlers, we haven't examined their mental health, and Ricochet's been on the road for a while, so he probably just needs some time to press his reset button and then come back. And he left on good terms.
Yeah. And it's like, since signing with WWE, like you look at his schedule beforehand, he was in Japan regularly. He was over here regularly. He was over in Mexico regularly. He was all over the States regularly. Do you know what I mean? Like all over the world regularly. And then signs to WWE, working on NXT regularly. And then literally pretty much straight away got put into the main roster. And then, like again, doing house show tours, like all over the world regularly, doing whatever brand he was on regularly. Do you know what I mean? So realistically, since signing with WWE, he's not really had any sort of break. Do you know what I mean? So
that's the life they sign up for, though. They know as soon as when they sign in that contract what life, unless you're Logan Paul and you can pick and choose, or Roman Reigns, you can pick and choose when you're there. Most of the roster know what they're getting into. When they sign that contract, they're there for. They get like 10 days, 20 days at home, and that's it. That's the life they're signing up to. Other news is I will very quickly go over this. I don't know if you saw it, but Tony Khan's tweet. Did you see it, Bobby?
No, and I really couldn't give a fuck either. You know what I mean?
He's a sicko. He books for the sickos because he is a sicko. So the definition of a sicko, and all the AEW marks are going, yeah, like this is a good thing. The definition of a sicko is a mentally ill, perverted, sadistic person. Who wants to be? That's a really, really tiny audience. So basically, murderers. Yeah. So a sadistic person enjoys seeing others get hurt and blood all over the ring. That's their dream. That's a really tiny audience. Really tiny. What?
So he booked someone.
What? No, he books for sickos. That's what he books for. He's a sicko booking for sickos.
But would you call him personally a sicko?
That's what he said. That's what he said in his tweet. He said in the tweet, I book for sickos because I am a sicko. That's what he said in the tweet.
Trauma porn.
So the sickos are weak, like I said, perverted, sadistic, mentally ill people. So probably murderers. Murderers ain't watching wrestling. They're out killing people. So a tiny audience, tiny, really small. So TJ, your thoughts on that? On Tony Khan tweeting out again?
Tony Khan is like Donald Trump on Twitter. He just needs to get off.
Definitely. Because he does everything bad for business, everything to push away the fans. Like, and I will give it that the AW marks are loyal. You've got to be damn loyal to stay with that crappy product. So I'll give them that. But they all seem to be.
Whether he's like this specific tweet being pushed aside, I completely agree with TJ. You know, as a Brit, I can't fucking stand Donald Trump, right? You know, like, I think the bloke's an asshole, to, you know, put it politely. But I do agree with TJ that both Donald Trump and Tony Khan need to get off Twitter, because specifically with Tony Khan, he doesn't help himself. You know what I mean? You know, Tony Khan's not a, you know, like, he's not Vince McMahon, you know.
But the thing is, it's expected with him. It's expected that to see him tweeting something like that out.
Vince McMahon booked WWE as a business, right?
Yeah.
Tony Khan is booking AEW as a toy. There's a difference.
Set aside Vince's weird, perverted sex life. That's nothing to do with business. But business-wise, Vince is a damn genius.
Yeah. Vince booked WWE as a business. You know, he was like, he only got into the business because his dad and his granddad before him were involved. Had they not have been involved with the wrestling business 70, 80 years ago, right, Vincent Kennedy McMahon would have been nowhere near the professional wrestling business, right? That is a factual statement. He was only ever involved with the Capital Wrestling Corporation as it was back in the 50s and early 60s, then the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, then the World Wrestling Federation today, because of his dad and his granddad, right? And when he purchased the WWF, as it was, from his dad in the early 80s, he was booking it from then to when he exited quite recently as a business. Tony Khan is booking AEW as a toy. He's booking it like him playing with his toy cars. Do you know what I mean? You know, there's a big difference. Vince McMahon is a businessman when it comes to pro wrestling. Tony Khan is a fan when it comes to pro wrestling. He's only in AEW because he's a fan of wrestling, not a businessman when it comes to pro wrestling.
Well, a mark, but a fan. Yeah, more of a mark,
yeah.
but...
Yeah.
But very quickly, just to finish off this thing with a tweet with Tony Khan, like I was 10% shocked, but 90% thought, yes, he's a clown, and this is what he does. Just 4 months in January, he was on about Jinder Mahal getting a title shot against Rollins. Like, why does that matter to him? Who cares what WWE does? Why does that impact his life? If WWE wants to bring out Hornswoggle and give him the title shot, who cares? He has nothing to do with WWE.
Yeah.
And then Jinder Mahal buried him on Twitter and buried Hook, and it was a mess. Next piece of news is, I don't know if you're how much aware you are, either of you are of this, if you've seen this on Facebook, but Cody Rhodes is buying a ring for soft ground Uganda wrestling that isn't even a company. It's a bunch of idiots that have set up some strings around some palm trees and wrestle in the dust. Not even a company. I could do that. Me and you could do that, Bobby. Me and you could do that, Bobby. Me and you could go to a field and set up a ring and let's wrestle and call it a company.
Yeah.
Now they're on Facebook, so well done to them. But you're talking levels below WWE. Levels. So why is Cody Rhodes helping them out?
I mean, we're talking about
the same lot that also called out Will Ospreay as well.
But Malice and who were the model tag
Mansoor and Mace. Mansoor and Mace
performed there, and they took it to them. So one thing I will say, Rick, is to, like, for Uganda wrestling, I get what you're saying, but you forget UK and America, we're first world countries. What is Uganda?
But why is the WWE champion?
Because he's
meant to be the guy. But he's meant to be the. But okay, Roman Reigns he doesn't even know what Uganda wrestling is. But why would Roman Reigns or The Rock? Why would The Rock or Roman Reigns want to help out a company level below WWE? Why would they?
Well,
I'm
maybe
sure
because
that if Cody was still in AEW, then I'm sure that he'd probably be doing like a similar sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? With the undisputed title or not? Do you know what I mean?
And besides, Cody's middle name is Raheem.
Cody Raheem Rhodes.
Melanin in his soul. Negro icon Cody Rhodes. Doing it for the culture, my G. When blacks are down, Cody's here.
Is that the new? Is that the edited version?
Wrestling has more than one black champion.
Well, yeah, there's been lots. There's been lots. The Rock, Reigns, Lashley. The list goes on.
Well, Rock, Rock, Bobby, and Kofi. Reigns isn't black.
Okay. Ron Simmons in WCW. If you watch WCW,
Ron Simmons is the first world champion, but he wasn't WWE
Big E
champion.
Big E.
Big E's black, but Roman is Polynesian. So are the Usos. It's just that Polynesian culture. Sometimes the Polynesian culture matches with the black culture.
Okay, then. And the final thing here is, of course, we'll finish strong. The Rock getting injured. He's injured his poor elbow. I don't know if you saw his tweet. It's like a big, massive thing on his elbow. He got injured making a movie. So, damn. So, your quick thoughts on that, TJ?
In other news, a deer farted in the woods. Next.
And Bobby, your thoughts on The Rock getting injured in his movie?
So, well, this obviously means that he's not going to come back, is he? Because I did see, anytime soon, because I did see that apparently he was due to finish filming just before SummerSlam, right? So, and there were talks about The Rock coming back from SummerSlam onwards, and then probably trying to push for a Mania 41 match between him and Cody. As they
No, you do not keep Cody as champion for a year. No, so, Cody's already getting boring.
He's not going to be a transitional champion now, is he? Like, you're not going to have like a 2-year story just for him to be a transitional champion. So, you know what I mean?
Well,
you know, like, especially
why would WWE keep the title on him?
1,316-day reign of the championship just for his title reign to be over like that. So, you know what I mean? You know.
But why keep the title on him when he's not pulling in the ratings and there's empty seats? The role of a champion, as I said, is last.
Do you know what I mean? You know, there were empty seats when Chris Jericho was AEW champion. There were empty seats when Jon Moxley was AEW champion. You know, like, you can say that about anyone. Like, there were empty seats when Austin was champion. Do you know what I mean? You know. Or like The Rock.
Fair enough.
I mean, you know.
But okay then. I think The Rock. If The Rock can get in shit, can sort out his elbow, he comes back at the Crown Jewel, and that's where he wins it. You have Reigns win the Rumble. You do Rock Reigns for the title at Mania. There's your main event. Not Cody. Not at all.
I don't know.
So yeah, that's it for today. Very quickly, Bobby, promote yourself. I know you had an interview yesterday that didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So I'll do it properly this time. So Facebook.
Yeah, so early hours of this morning here in the UK time, I interviewed current NWA superstar, the looks that killed Brian Idol. He unfortunately had to cut the podcast short as he had a work meeting that he had to attend literally straight away. And what have you. There were some really bad technical issues from his end. However, I'm talking to Brian at the minute to try and bring him back on for a proper podcast and what have you. But so yeah, I believe it ended up being 20 minutes long. You know, like not the sort of length that I wanted it to be. You know, for somebody who's literally today signed a full-time deal with the NWA as well. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So
you could have obviously asked them about that, and that's big news. You know, I'll try and just talk through the echo coming back to me, but that would have been that's huge news. Or do an NWA signee on your podcast.
He's also a current quarterfinalist in this year's Crockett Cup tag team tournament. Like, he's still in it. He just needs to have his quarterfinal match in it. And yeah, so
YouTube as well. So the NERDIC Pro podcast on YouTube. As I put up the logo, you tell people what's happening tomorrow. So that's the logo you're looking out for.
So tomorrow I will be doing a review podcast of Major League Wrestling MLW Battle Riot 6. Excuse me, MLW are a sort of major indie promotion. They do like a lot of luchador style bits and pieces. I believe like the head booker there was a big part in Lucha Underground of Cesar Duran. He played a big part in Lucha Underground when they were about. And yeah, so I'll be reviewing that show tomorrow night. And yeah, so.
And Robert's gone, so I won't be. I'll promote him anyway. I'm not tight. I'm not nasty or anything. So I'll promote him anyway, even though he's gone. So Radio V75. So quickly, that's the logo you're looking out for. If you're fans of radio, there you are. And Evolve Radio. So that's the logo for Evolve Radio. That's all the ways you can watch it, and is that as well. Give me a second. There it is. So the Showbiz Report, that's his podcast. Didn't give me a link, so I can't show you that. So I don't know why he went out. Maybe he didn't like what he was saying about Alba firing Aladon, but it is what it is. Or maybe he just eliminated himself from the Royal Rumble. He's not headlining WrestleMania. I am. So once again, a big thank you for 360 subscribers. Next milestone is 370. And I hope you like my backdrop of wrestling stuff. This is some of my stuff. This is like a tiny bit of my collection. So I'm going to put you both backstage for now. So thank you to you, TJ. And thank you, Bobby. So I'm just going to finish up here. So do join me on Saturday. Clash of the Castle predictions, watch along, reactions. I'll be live again. So you get me for the third time this week. Aren't you guys lucky? Yes. So I'll see you on Saturday for that. But do like and subscribe. Like I said, 370 is the next number to get to. But for now, it is Ricky Goldman. Out.